Welcome to another Chicago Bears fan show. I'm James. In this video, we're going to look at the Bears receiving core and where it stands coming off of the Week 10 matchup against the Texans. First things first, Brandon Marshall's playing great, and I want to isolate one particular play here where he made a big impact in the second half. Now, I kind of predicted that this play could happen when I looked at footage of past games featuring Texans defensive backs, and Brandon Marshall made me look pretty good with this play. Let's watch now. On this play, you'll see what I talked about last week come to fruition. The ability to beat Jonathan Joseph downfield with a go route. And you'll see Brandon Marshall at the top of the screen run that exact route, just like Jordy Nelson did for the Packers when they played the Texans earlier in the year. Jason Campbell, though he's the weaker arm quarterback of the Bears, is able to deliver enough mustard on it to get it down to Marshall. And you see Jonathan Joseph on this play had no real chance to make a catch or a tip on it because he couldn't get up high enough in full stride at his height level to get higher than Brandon Marshall. And in the end, it's a really nice catch, a really nice play, and it continues to bode well for Brandon Marshall as the season progresses if he can step up and make big plays like that. All right, so Brandon Marshall is doing big things still, but unfortunately, Bears don't have a lot of other receivers doing much of anything. One guy who they look to rely on this week, Kellen Davis, played particularly poorly. And he was given a lot of opportunities, a lot of targets, but he just fumbled them away, literally. Let's watch now at some of the negatives we saw from him this week. Early play in the game. This is from scrimmage, Kellen Davis running straight ahead, a little comeback play. Cutler's going to find him in the middle of the field. At first he's going to get a bit of pressure though, and have to scramble to his right, as we see developing here. Makes a good play downfield. Now Kellen Davis needs to be aware of not only where he's going, but also who's behind him. Just like we talked about last week with Charles Tillman. In this case, the defender is coming looking to make a hit and jar the ball loose. And that's exactly what he does. Now this play here, late in the first quarter, Cutler's going to look to find Kellen Davis on a post pattern down the middle of the field. And here it's important that he cuts this post off at the right time. This is a timing play downfield. Cutler delivers the ball nicely, but Kellen Davis didn't cut it off where he needed to. It needed to be up closer to the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, the ball ends up sailing past him to the safety. Easy pickoff, easy play for former Bear Danielle Manning. Now we move to the fourth quarter where the Bears need a play. 3rd and 11. Jason Campbell drops back. He delivers it a little bit high, but Kellen Davis once again going up. It's a nice jump. He's an athletic receiver. Gets it at the top of his jump here, but can't grab it. I know it's wet. It's a tough catch to make, but that's just too many errors from a player that the Bears were counting on this game to add some receptions. All right, so clearly Kellen Davis isn't the answer, and I think that the Bears need to have that second receiver who is a threat back on the other side. And that man is Alshon Jeffery, and I hope that he can come back from injury this week because we need him. I know we didn't expect to need a rookie wide receiver this bad, but I think our offense does need it in the worst way. What he does is two important things. One, he gives the quarterback, whoever that may be, a great option in critical passing downs, 3rd and long, for example, because you know that they're going to cover Brandon Marshall. They're going to roll guys his way. And having another good option who you can count on for the quarterback is very reassuring for them. Secondly, it changes coverages of the defense. It forces them to pay more attention to that side of the field in the passes, and also forces them to take some of the pressure off of the run game. I think it will help the Bears in a number of ways, getting Alshon Jeffery back. And I just hope he can come back, because we don't have another great option that is stepping up and making plays right now, even though we've tried to audition a few different guys, Hester, Bennett, and now Davis, and nobody seems to be able to pass up or take the slack up in the passing game. So let's now move to the quarterback situation. Jay Cutler received a pretty bad concussion this week, enough to force him out of the game, and he's questionable coming into the Week 11 matchup. Let's look now at that hit in my next video. I'm going to break it down and give you my opinion on it. Bear down.